Hold on, stop right there. Don't throw that trash bag in the bin.
What did I do wrong now? I was just taking out the kitchen garbage.
You are looking at a literal bag of gold, and you are about to pay the city to haul it away to a landfill.
Gold? That's last night's chicken bones, soggy eggshells, and a mystery container of beef stew that's been sitting in the back of my fridge since last Thanksgiving.
Exactly. To most folks, that heavy plastic bag is just smelly waste. But to your soil, it's a high-octane biological miracle waiting to happen. Welcome back to Golden Acre Homestead, where we turn everyday domestic headaches into simple, self-sufficient victories for your home and garden.
Okay, but hold on. Every gardening book I've ever read says composting takes 6 long, agonizing months of breaking your back with a heavy pitchfork.
Myth number 1.
And they swear that if you put meat, cheese, or bones in a compost pile, you'll summon every rat, raccoon, and maggot within a 5-mile radius.
Myth number 2. Today, right here, we are smashing both of those old rules into tiny pieces.
All right, I'm listening. How on earth do you turn a rotting pork chop into plant food without my backyard smelling like an open sewer?
2 words, Bokashi. It's an ancient Japanese method refined by modern science that transforms 100% of your kitchen waste. Yes, raw chicken, salmon skin, citrus, and spoiled cheese into supercharged plant food in just 15 days.
15 days? Inside the house? What about the smell? I kind of like staying married, you know.
0 bad odors, 0 flies, and 0 maggots right under your kitchen sink.
Okay, you're gonna need to prove this to me, because it sounds like pure black magic.
It's not magic, it's biology. Think about cabbage for a second. If you leave a head of cabbage on your warm kitchen counter for 2 weeks, what happens?
It turns into a slimy, toxic, foul-smelling hazard that makes you want to sell the house and run.
Exactly. But if you chop that exact same cabbage, submerge it in a simple brine, and pack it tightly inside a glass jar, what do you get?
Ha ha! Sauerkraut! Delicious, crunchy, probiotic-packed sauerkraut.
Bingo! Why does one cabbage turn into a rotten mess while the other turns into a living superfood?
Microscopic warfare?
Precisely. It's an ongoing battle happening on every piece of food on Earth. Aerobic rot versus anaerobic fermentation.
Aerobic rot? Sounds like a terrible 80s heavy metal band.
It basically is. When well-meaning gardeners throw food scraps into a traditional backyard pile, they're running an aerobic system. The bacteria need constant streams of oxygen to break things down.
And let me guess, there's a dirty, uncomfortable secret about traditional composting that 99% of gardeners never talk about?
You bet. Traditional open-air composting is shockingly wasteful. As that pile heats up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, massive amounts of vital plant nutrients literally evaporate into thin air. Nitrogen, the exact stuff your plants need for deep green, vibrant leaves, escapes into the sky as gaseous ammonia.
So all that back-breaking pitchfork work is basically just feeding the clouds?
Pretty much. And when it rains, essential minerals like potassium and phosphorus leach right out through the bottom. Plus, if you forget to turn that heavy pile every week, oxygen dies. Nasty rot bacteria take over, and your yard smells like a swamp.
Yikes. So how does Bokashi fix this?
Bokashi flips the whole script on its head. Bokashi is a Japanese term that roughly translates to fermented organic matter. Instead of rotting, you are literally pickling your kitchen scraps right on your kitchen floor in a sealed, airtight bucket.
Pickling my garbage?
Yes! Inside a sealed bucket, beneficial microbes take complete control. Because there's no oxygen, destructive rot bacteria can't function. Instead of releasing foul gases, these beneficial microbes produce rich lactic acid, amino acids, and plant enzymes.
And since the bucket is completely sealed, none of those nutrients can escape.
Not a single drop. 100% of the nitrogen, potassium, and trace minerals remain locked tightly inside those fermented scraps.
That's incredible! How long has this been around? Did traditional Japanese farmers just figure this out by accident?
Long before modern biology labs existed, they gathered daily scraps, mixed them with rice bran and forest soil rich in native microbes, and packed them away from air. The food didn't rot, it pickled into a soil amendment that made crops explode with growth.
But they didn't have microscopes back then to explain why it worked, right?
Right? The exact science remained a secret until 1982. A visionary Japanese horticultural scientist named Dr. Teruo Higa made a massive breakthrough. He isolated a specific super team of beneficial microorganisms and named it EM1, or effective microorganisms.
An Avengers team for bacteria? I love it. Who's on the squad?
3 main microbial groups working in biological synergy. First, lactic acid bacteria, the same acidifying powerhouses you find in yogurt, kimchi, or sourdough. Second, yeasts, which break down complex sugars and ferment the organic material. And third, photosynthetic bacteria, which synthesize vital nutrients and keep the environment stable.
And how do these little guys survive in a bag on my shelf without dying?
Dr. Higa discovered that when you combine these microbes on a dry, carbon-rich carrier like wheat bran or rice hulls, they enter a state of dormant hibernation. They just sit there asleep, waiting for the right moment to wake up.
And what wakes them up?
The very second you sprinkle that inoculated Bokashi bran over moist food scraps inside an airtight bucket, billions of microscopic organisms wake up instantly. They devour the natural sugars, unleashing a massive wave of organic acids.
What happens to the pH inside the bucket?
It plunges rapidly, dropping below 3.5.
Wait, pH under 3.5? That's as acidic as fresh lemon juice or distilled white vinegar.
Exactly. And that intense, rapid acidity is the absolute biological key to Bokashi's power.
Okay, let's address the big elephant in the room. Meat, dairy, and bones. Every gardening book on earth says putting meat in compost equals maggots, flies, and pure horror. How does acid change that?
In an open, oxygen-rich environment, animal proteins are invaded by destructive, putrefying bacteria. They break down tissues into nasty chemicals called putrescine and cadaverine.
Gross. Those sound like villains from a comic book.
They smell like it too. That stench triggers our human instinct to gag, and it acts as a giant neon sign for flies to lay eggs that hatch into squirming maggots within 24 hours. But Bokashi throws that rule right out the window.
Because the acid kills the bad bacteria?
Exactly. Putrefying bacteria cannot survive in that low pH acid. Bugs can't enter because the system is sealed tight. So instead of rotting, that chicken bone, salmon skin, or piece of spoiled cheese gets deeply pickled. The acidity even softens the dense calcium inside fish and poultry bones over time.
So I don't have to sort my scraps anymore? No pulling out bits of fat or worrying if there's butter in the sauce?
None of that tedious sorting. If it was once real food, it goes directly into your indoor Bokashi bucket without a second thought.
All right, I'm completely sold on the science, but I'm frugal, and I don't want to buy some overpriced commercial gadget. Can we actually build one of these setups at home for cheap?
You can build your very own home fermentation factory today for under $10. All you need is a standard 5-gallon food-grade bucket equipped with a tight-fitting rubber gasket air seal lid.
Is there any special trick to the bucket, or just any plain bucket?
You need a liquid drainage system at the bottom. As your food ferments, cell walls break down and release natural cellular moisture. If your scraps sit submerged in stagnant standing liquid, the microbes drown and the whole thing goes sour.
Ah, got it. So we either install a small plastic spigot near the bottom, or just nest a bucket with drilled holes inside a solid outer bucket to catch the liquid.
Spot on. That allows you to drain off the concentrated liquid every couple of days without disturbing the main food layer. Now, the second item you need is your microbial starter, which we call Bokashi brand.
Sounds fancy. Is that something I have to buy online every month?
You can buy pre-made bags, but making your own bulk supply at home is dirt cheap. It's just agricultural wheat bran mixed with warm water, blackstrap molasses, and liquid microbial inoculant. You let it ferment in an airtight bag for 2 weeks, dry it out, and boom, you've got a supply that lasts for months.
Cheap and easy, my favorite combination. So walk me through the daily routine. How much time is this going to steal from my evening Netflix binge?
Literally 2 minutes at the end of the day. Step 1, chop your scraps down to size. You don't need to puree them, but taking 10 seconds to chop thick watermelon rinds or raw fat into 1-inch pieces makes a massive difference for surface area.
Smaller pieces mean the bacterial army can digest them way faster. What's step 2?
Open your bucket, dump in the scraps, and grab a small handful of bran, about 1 or 2 tablespoons. Sprinkle it evenly over the waste like you're seasoning a pizza.
Simple enough. Scrap, sprinkle, and now the fun part.
Now comes the absolute most critical step in the entire process: compression.
Smash it down.
Exactly. Grab a flat tool, a potato masher, a wooden block, or an old plate, and press down hard. You want to force out every single bubble of trapped oxygen. Remember, oxygen is the enemy here. Oxygen wakes up the rot bacteria, but squishing it creates an oxygen-starved paradise for your lactic acid bacteria.
Squeeze out the air, snap the airtight lid back on until it clicks, and you're done. Repeat daily until the bucket is packed to the brim.
Exactly. And while you're filling that bucket over a couple of weeks, something magical happens under the surface. As the cells break down, they release a dark, nutrient-packed liquid. When you open that bottom spigot every couple of days, out flows Bokashi tea.
Oh, Bokashi tea? Can I drink it?
Absolutely not, unless you want a very unpleasant afternoon. But your soil will think it's liquid gold.
How do we use it?
Option 1, the ultimate organic plant food. Dilute 1 capful into a standard watering can of unchlorinated water. Pour it around the roots of your house plants or vegetable beds and watch those root systems explode with healthy white feeder hairs.
And what if I don't have plants that need watering that day? Do I store it?
No, use it within 24 hours. Option 2, pour that concentrated tea straight down your kitchen or bathroom drain.
Down the drain? Isn't that a waste?
Not at all. Those billions of hungry lactic bacteria will cling to the inside of your plumbing pipes, devouring grease buildup, breaking down sludge, and killing drain odors at the source. No harsh chemicals, no toxic fumes, and no calling an expensive plumber.
Ha! A natural drain cleaner. That alone is worth doing this. So, what happens when the bucket is packed to the top?
Give it one final layer of bran, compress it down hard, seal the lid permanently, and write today's date on a piece of tape on top. Move it to a warm, shady spot, like under the sink or in a closet, and leave it completely undisturbed for 15 full days.
15 days of silent microbial magic. Now, I have to ask, when I finally unclamp that lid on day 15, am I going to see rich, dark garden dirt?
Nope. And that surprises almost everyone. The scraps will look almost identical to the day you put them in. Banana peels are still yellow. Melon rinds still hold their shape.
Wait, so it didn't work?
Look closer. You'll see a delicate white thread-like fungal film on top. Take a gentle sniff. It won't smell like rotten trash at all. It smells pleasantly sweet and sour, like apple cider vinegar or fresh sourdough starter. That pickled aroma and white film mean absolute victory.
What if someone opens their bucket and it smells like raw sewage, or it's covered in nasty black or green mold?
Don't panic. That rare failure only happens if the lid wasn't airtight or you forgot to drain the liquid. If that happens, just dig a deep hole in an out-of-the-way corner of your yard, bury it, rinse the bucket, and start fresh. No harm done.
Okay, so on day 15, we have a bucket of pickled scraps. Can I plant my tomatoes straight into this stuff?
Sharp warning. Danger. Big warning here. Do not plant seeds or fragile roots directly into fresh bokashi. Straight out of the bucket, it's super acidic with a pH under 3.5. You'll give your plants severe root burn.
So how do we bridge the gap between pickled acid and life-giving soil?
We introduce oxygen and native soil microbes in a phase called the soil factory. If you have a yard, dig a trench 10 to 12 inches deep in an empty garden bed. Dump the bucket in, mix it 50-50 with native soil, and cover it with 4 inches of clean dirt.
And what about apartment dwellers or urban gardeners with no yard?
Method B, grab a plastic tote bin. Put 3 inches of dry potting soil on the bottom, dump in your bokashi, mix it with the soil, and top it off with another 3 inches of soil to seal it in.
What happens underneath that soil layer?
Nature goes wild. Earthworms and native soil bacteria can sense that pre-digested food instantly. Earthworms dive straight in, devouring the soft matter and rapidly neutralizing the acid back to a perfect balanced pH.
And 3 weeks later, when you dig back into that trench or tote bin,
You will be left completely speechless. The chicken bones? Gone. Watermelon rinds? Gone. Pork fat and coffee grounds? Completely vanished. In their place sits a crumbly, pitch-black humus that smells like a fresh forest floor after a gentle spring rain.
that is incredible. From kitchen waste to super soil in under a month. But honestly, looking at the big picture, why does this matter so much?
In Japanese culture, there's a legendary concept deeply woven into everyday life known as motanai. It's a heartfelt expression of deep regret whenever something valuable is wasted, whether it's a single grain of rice or a drop of water.
And throwing food into dark plastic trash bags is the ultimate motanai.
Exactly. Food waste trapped in oxygen-starved landfills rots toxically, producing massive amounts of methane gas, a greenhouse gas over 28 times more potent than carbon dioxide. The EPA says the average American family throws away hundreds of pounds of food a year, wasting over $1,500.
So spending 2 minutes a day on Bokashi isn't just about free fertilizer. It's about breaking our connection to that wasteful landfill system and returning life back to the earth.
Well said. But look, changing daily habits can feel intimidating at first. You might worry about space, getting the brand, or messing it up. So I want to ask you, sitting at home watching this right now,
What is the single biggest barrier holding you back from starting your own Bokashi system today? Is it living in a tight apartment, finding the starter brand, or just being afraid of a bad smell?
drop your thoughts, questions, and fears in the comment section down below right now. We personally read through the comments, and we want to help you troubleshoot so you can start with total confidence.
If you found today's deep dive helpful, hit that like button, share this video with a fellow gardener, and subscribe to Golden Acre Homestead for more self-sufficient guides.
Thank you so much for watching. And remember, never look at your kitchen scraps as trash again.
Happy fermenting, keep growing, and we'll see you in the very next episode.